Hello users, and welcome to another episodic installation of Above It All, the show where I tell you what you need to know. And what you need to know about Portland is that I'm about to sneeze. Hold on. Okay, it went to... wait. Okay. Jesus, I'm sorry about that. What you need to know about Portland is that Mayor Ted Wheeler came out to the middle and actually the front lines of a lot of protests last night. And many people, activists on the ground, are calling it a photo op, which is very likely. I obviously do not live in Portland. Obviously, I do not know much about Ted Wheeler since before these current uprising events. But what I do know is that the Portland police has been using tear gas on their own citizens for at least a month and a half right now. And Ted Wheeler seems to have gotten tear gassed by the federal Gestapo for the first time. And there's images of this. That's not loading, so I have to click on it. As you can see, he's in a cloud engulfed in tear gas. And yeah, so he was like up front throughout like a lot of this, just trying to get a good feel. And he got tear gassed really hard. And then when asked about whether or not he wants to ban tear gas, he said, well, I'll consider it. Not good enough, asshole. No, there is no consideration. Either yes or no. But either way, maybe he'll change his mind. It's better than the mayor not showing up at all. You have to take your wins where you can get them. Just don't stop pushing. But I've got some other like footage here of you know, the mayor just dealing with this. He got tear gassed, to my understanding, I think at least 3 times that I saw before I went to bed. So I'm just going to play this real quick. This is the mayor of Portland getting owned by the federal Gestapo. Obviously, protesters were screaming at him and protesting him throughout a lot of this, saying, like, what are you going to do, Ted? Are you going to ban tear gas? This is just a photo op, etc., etc. And that's the thing. It's like, it probably was just a photo op. He probably wanted to get tear gas just so that he can say, I've been tear gassed. Just so he can say, oh, maybe in the future he'll say, oh, it's not that bad. Who knows? But we'll see how this goes. We'll see how this develops. Either way, the idea that they just tear gassed the mayor, the federal Gestapo units, just tear gassing the mayor is just wow, right? Like, it is one of those things where it is federal government is enacting terror and warfare against local government. That's what this is. So whether or not this is a photo op, it is certainly interesting. So here we have him speaking for a little bit. Let's play this.
I'm not gonna lie. It stings. It's hard to breathe. And I can tell you with 100% honesty, I saw nothing that provoked this response. It's nasty stuff. I'm not afraid, but I am pissed off.
What are you pissed about?
This is a egregious overreaction on the part of the federal officers. There was nothing that I saw anybody do that warranted this reaction. And all it's doing, as you can see.
So real quick, again, I want to clarify that this guy has been using his own personal gang cell, the Portland police, to do the exact thing that he was crying about in this video. So do I have that much sympathy? Nah, not really. It's like looking at those Facebook posts of people who didn't believe in COVID, then got COVID, and then died. Do I really feel bad for them? Not really. I feel bad for their parents. I feel bad for their children. I feel bad for their family as a whole and their friends. But I don't feel bad for them, because they're a fucking idiot, and they brought it upon themselves. And the same goes for this motherfucking guy, Ted. What he's trying to do here, more than likely, is try to trigger up and stir up drama between the town of Portland, the state of Oregon, and the United States federal government. But, again, it's one of those things where that's not necessarily a bad thing. What needs to happen, though, and obviously, again, I do not live in Portland, but what needs to happen, in my estimation, is that this guy needs to be watched like a hawk. This guy should not be able to leave his house without getting protested at. Okay, this is one of those things that people really need to understand. If you are a politician or if you work for the state, especially in law enforcement, especially in politics, if you're fucking up, doing form crunching or whatever, who cares? But if you work for the state to enact a fascist agenda, whether you're the mayor or the United States president or the cops brutalizing and abusing citizens, you need to be able to be held accountable. And these people need to know that they do not belong. These people need to know that the civilians, the citizens of this country and the town of Portland in this specific instance do not like them and do not appreciate their presence. Voting X amount of months or years from now isn't going to fix things right now. We have a fascist country. Voting has never fixed fascism. Okay? If you're one of these Biden bros, I want you to look up Standing Rock. Obama was just as guilty, if not more guilty, of fascist tactics than Donald Trump. The only difference was he was a Democrat and he looked good and tried to be charismatic while doing it. That is the difference. A lot of the laws that Trump is using are laws that were developed and passed by the Obama administration. So without the Obama administration's unraveling of the social safety nets, without the Obama administration's promotion of the military-industrial complex, without the Obama administration's expansion of the surveillance state, Trump would not be able to do the things that he is doing right now, at least not in the current form. So you need to understand that. This is a problem with the system as a whole. Republicans love to talk about, oh, the goddamn Democrats, goddamn far left Democrat, boo-boo! They're just fucking stupid. They're dumb. Not only are they missing the point, but they're not even playing the same game. It's like we're having a game of soccer and they show up in baseball clothing with a bat. It's like, what? You showed up for the wrong game, bro. These people are ill-equipped and unequipped to have conversations with. They are useless. If you see Republicans in the comment section or whatever, if you want, make fun of them. But it's not worth actually trying to debate them because they're not actually here to have a debate. They're just here to promote their fascist agenda. Ignore them. What we need to focus on is state violence. There is no two-party system. It is a one-party system, and that is the oligarch party. Thank you for watching. Fuck off, Mayor Ted Wheeler. God bless.